All right, so turn your, this is great. It's gonna like, you're gonna be able to think about this in the same kind of light as that in a way, but I'm covering a bit of like Tai Lopez's social media stuff, and then I ended up buying another course last night about Instagram. So you're gonna cover it a bit. Think about your own personal Instagram accounts pretty much right now while I'm going through this, and maybe we pull some up while we're doing it, and just feel free to shoot me any questions. If we ever get into like social mediation, and a lot of this I will put on a Teachable course, so, but it'll be more very video-like, but you know, there's the online stuff, but eventually we do have the meetup, and this is what Ty has as well. Like he teaches you online, but then you can come to his mansion, right? We haven't been teaching online yet, but we do have a meetup. So that's why I wanted to get a bit more. We were gonna do the ebook for social media, and then maybe some paid stuff, but then the meetups as well, right? Which from the meetups you can more target. We do have a client, obviously, with social mediation right now. Ty is saying social media is a business. So if you want to turn your social media into business, that's what we're teaching. Laura's a client right now. So if you think about Instagram, you all think about your own accounts, except for Miranda. Progression, it takes a while, okay? Like it's not, you don't want to scale up too quickly on social media, on Instagram to start. He says a steady growth of 1,000 per month is kind of like what we should be doing. You know, I've hit some walls, you know, yeah, but these are what's doable out there according to Tai Lopez, okay? And he's at what, just under 3 million or so, and he's just telling the brand new person you can get 1,000 a month. Okay, now this is really important. You got to be a storyteller, and I've usually done it a lot in my social media, like explaining my journey as a realtor, and then gained a bit of following from it. Obviously, you got to think about your own accounts now. Like, are you telling the story? This is the key to building wealth, not followers. You don't need 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers, really. You just need that good story, and then those like main people following you. And the best way to do that is like vlogging, which is the story mode in Instagram, right? And think, even when I'm saying the words Instagram, think about this in all the other content, like could be from Twitter, could be from YouTube, all that. You're vlogging your day. That's why the people are following you pretty much. You're giving out that. So currently, think about some of the types of platforms there are. So there's Instagram, there's YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, podcasts, which we didn't talk about much today yet, Twitter, which we've all ignored, and the president of the United States got elected on it pretty much. And interesting, he wrote live stream, or he talked about it, and email marketing, and then I guess with Facebook would be Facebook ads and all that, but like, yeah, the live stream's interesting. So and then he gets back into Instagram, it's a showcase. What you're doing is showcasing what we're up to, pretty much, is what we gotta do. So, okay, so like, main story theme for everybody's account. So, who is Conor McGregor? What's his main story theme, you think? Or I can answer it if you
just MMA, just living that crazy fight.
Well, what does he always like talk about? Like, I had no money in my pocket, and now I'm the UFC champ 3 years later, or whatever it was, right? I was collecting a welfare check. So that's his story, and people love following the journey. So if we think about Matt, maybe we're gonna say former CPA, now YouTube. Like, you're gonna tell that a little bit of that story on your Instagram, and I'll get in like where you're gonna do that a bit. Tai Lopez he's like, oh yeah, you're the Lamborghini guy or whatever, right? Or the garage guy, or the more you learn, the more you earn guy, right? So he's got that little bit of a sentence going on, right? So it's like, what am I gonna be? What are you gonna be? Like retired electrician to wholesaler, or whatever that's gonna look like. Or maybe I'm like veteran to realtor. You know, I gotta think about in that a bit more, telling a story. So for Peter, it's important, you want 70% main story theme and then 30% random. So we want to always kind of be like really thinking about what our story is, and then add in a bit of the random, which will be eventually viral content. So, okay, so what do we got? We got like money making things like up here, and that's the industry. We all kind of know what industry we're in. He's kind of getting to like figure out what you are. You're selling t-shirts or whatever, but we need that main story theme to get the eyeballs to go over to buy the product, and it goes around. And there's certain people out there that have products but no eyeballs, and people have eyeballs but no product to sell. Yeah. So you just look at the different Instagram accounts out there. people could have 100,000 followers but nothing to sell. And then people could be the other way around and have something to sell, but nobody's looking at them. And you can't, and that's what we gotta always be thinking. So we already know our money-making industry. It's pretty much real estate and all the little variables. And we have a very highly targeted niche. We know it. So it's like, who's following you? Recently I purged about 4,000 Instagram followers of myself. I blocked them. I looked at, and I have a YouTube video coming out. I don't know if you've even watched the content yet, but Instagram is going, on November 28th, has a new, I'll pull it up quickly. I don't know if anyone saw it, but it's actually really good for what I'm talking about and for you guys to implement and for everybody. So on the 28th, when we're back from Vegas later, it's gonna show everybody's account the date you've joined, okay? And this will be important, so when you see like, joined yesterday, 100,000 followers, you're like, okay, fake, right? Most likely, or at least be cautious on it, right? And why I'm explaining a lot of this is that these can be our clients, and we gotta like know who's following us, okay? Country, so, and this is based off your actual like phone location a lot now. So you can't just write Canada and really you're from Africa somewhere, okay? So like, we'll be able to tell when it says Sabrina, but it's really coming from Doha or something like that, right? We know it's probably a bad follower. It'll show you, I think Facebook does this now, but like, it'll show your active ads if I'm putting out an ad, and your former usernames. So if your name was like Big Butts 69 and you got 100,000 followers and you changed it over to Jeff Wybo and you deleted those pictures and you have 100,000 followers and you put a house up, you'll see your former usernames.
So will this all be, do you know exactly where this is going? Is this when I go to your profile?
It says profiles. I think it'll be in the profiles, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe some kind of like a question button or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious. Because like, I'm thinking, even for myself, right, I changed my brand. Because originally I was Matt, and then was like, fuck it, screw that brand, let's go to just Matt McKeever.
And I don't think you have anything to worry about it. I think,
no, I'm just thinking it through,
And then,
interesting insight though about someone like you who has like active clients, right? Like,
so then you can kind of see this on the big accounts, but accounts with shared followers. So like basically we should all be following each other, and then when they like Miranda's, then they should just be able to see like, oh, Jeff and Miranda have all like the same kind of friends, and like that. So think about that at the social level, like university kids, they're all just gonna quickly be able to follow each other. So it'd be kind of important that we're all following the same kind of types of people.
Suggestions that
and the reason why I'm also getting to this is because Instagram is rewarding engagement, not followers in a way. Because, so why I took out some of those people, some of them were bot accounts, so they're dead. And I post a piece of content, and what happens is Instagram shows your photo to 10% of your audience, we'll say, or a small portion of your audience. And if your audience doesn't engage with it, then they're not gonna push it to the other people, because Instagram is no longer linear, and it hasn't been linear in a couple of years. So I could post something and you won't see it until you actually like search my name and go to my page, which sucks. So if you have these, now this is awesome, because you'll be able to see when it says Nigeria, and you do not want that person following you, because they're probably not going to be like, nice house, you know, or they're just writing some, well, engagement's great, but it's not a good person to buy our product, really. So anyways, that's what I wanted you guys to have to think about that.
Interesting, they're just that BuzzWeb.
Yeah, and that's closing as well. Yeah, I noticed that. So yeah, so Peter, okay, that's another thing. So Peter and I got on this little BuzzWeb, which is closing, so just forget about it. But people that follow, you can only follow 7,500 people on Instagram, and people that follow 7,500 people, or even 3,000 people, you post a piece of content, they might see 2,999 other people's content before yours. So they're not a good follower either. So I blocked a lot of these heavy following accounts. And a lot of these accounts, you think it's great, you got a follower, but it's like Joe's Garage, and you're like, Joe's not gonna comment on he was just trying to get attention back to his garage, like, or his like figure skating shops or whatever. I don't know, like he's just like selling skates.
Just DMs are really weird.
Yeah. Okay, so you like the businesses or stuff, or like if they're not really gonna comment on yours, they're trying to do what you're probably trying to do, but you're trying to do it as a brand, and they're trying to do it as the brand of like their business. We're trying to do it as like our name as the brand. Okay, so quickly again, so Ty says you should be able to get from 5,000 to 1,000 fairly quickly on Instagram, 1,000 people on YouTube, 5 to 10,000 views on Snapchat, 10,000 on a fan page on Facebook, 5,000 people on your podcast, 2,000 to 5,000 on Twitter, and 100 to 500 on his live, and 5,000 on his email. That's Ty's like very like supposedly low level. So your biggest mistakes are focusing on your follower account. So if you think about what I had just said, like don't think about the numbers, think about the quality, because the Instagram's rewarding engagement, not numbers.
And so like I wonder if one of the better ways for us to potentially measure that is like how many people are actually watching your stories, right? Like you got 10,000 followers, but you're rocking 200 views on your story.
Yeah.
Probably a quality issue.
Exactly. So, and then that's the thing, you gotta like maybe purge, and the only way you can purge is not unfollowing them. I had to block people.
Because you have to stop them.
I had to stop them from following me. And
how the fuck did you mass block like that?
Oh
my god.
It wasn't mass. It was one at a time.
It was one at a time.
Oh my god.
You can't mass block.
So he did 4,000. Yeah. Double that.
No, it took me over a week and a half. Yeah. Took me a long time, and then you can't do too much because Instagram doesn't like you doing too many things at any time, really. So,
well, you said like you put out a post and it exposes it only to about 10% of your your followers.
No, that's anybody. For the most part, like you post a piece of content, it's only going to show your followers a little bit, and if your followers, and just think about that like from a spamming perspective. Of course, Instagram's not just going to like show everybody everything.
And it's similar to think about how YouTube does it, where you're testing the algorithm.
Exactly.
What's your engagement like? Boom, you did good engagement. I'm gonna push it to your next 10.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we on the YouTube lives were like hit that like button because what happens? Not everybody gets the bell, right? Sometimes.
Yeah. No. And like if you're subscribed, you only get like occasional notifications on YouTube, right? Exactly.
And I'm following people on Insta. I want to know when their post hits immediately, and sometimes I get it 30 minutes late. So it's like I'm not sure what Instagram's up to on that part. But just biggest mistakes, focus on your following account, your ego, and like you're too broad. Like, do you have like a niche pretty much of what you're trying to do? This gets into like how to sell a product. We're kind of somewhat doing that. I'll skip. Well, good homework would be like write out. Okay, so there's a couple things you could do. The 10 times follower formula. Reciprocal, so that would be like collaboration. So identify your allies, reach out to them, proposition to focus on them, and like I'll post for you, you post for me kind of thing. So like homework would be like write out 10 names of friends and ask them to repost. Like there's a lot of times we don't even like, it's hard. I know there's a million things going on every freaking day, but like we try to do it on the YouTube, we try to do it on the Instagram, we try to do it on everything, but like all our stuff pretty much. But you could reach out to those quiet people that follow you as well and be like, hey, can you tag a friend, you know, like, or stuff like that. And it works sometimes. So. And then like we'll get into like paid boosts, or you can do paid boosts. It'd be similar target marketing to that, and contests, and I'll get into contests later. So that was kind of Ty's thing. Then I took this 100K, how to get 100K followers, like 100,000 followers blueprint, which I'm not at yet. But so basically, it was produced by this guy named on YouTube called Anthony Groper. Hold on, usual spelling. Pull up his YouTube channel here. So he produces YouTube videos about Instagram and gaining quite a lot of traction. There he is. Groper. Groeper. Fucking nice. So he's got 30. I've seen him start at under 10,000 subscribers, and he's at 37,000 subscribers right now. So it's a good niche if you're good at Instagram to like dive into. But anyways, so I bought his little program. You gotta think of your milestones. Get to the 10,000, get to the 25,000, 50, 75, 100K. he started talking about giveaways. So then I'm always like thinking like, what could we do? And I kind of messaged you like, what's like a major thing? Maybe it's not a free Vegas ticket this time, but maybe it's a free Barbados ticket next time, or maybe they talk about some mass giveaways and niche giveaways. So like you could give away, we could like set something up with the Real Estate Rat Pack type people where we're like, there's different ways to do it, but like following type things to enter or tagging or whatever. But mass could be like give away an iPhone, but like niche could be give away a limo tour ticket, you know, like something like that, right?
It'll be cool using the pixels too. Hopefully you can maybe tap into that audience and see who's where, like who's fucking keeps coming back,
yeah,
but doesn't buy. Let's get them on a limo.
Gary,
you son of a bitch.
Just keep targeting him. Just keep target Gary's.
Only Gary.
Woodstock.
Only Gary.
So we'll get into it a little bit, but fan pages, like this is what Real Estate Rat Pack is on Instagram. It's a fan page. It's a funnel towards our branding accounts pretty much. Okay, so you guys still, okay, good. Okay, now go back and think about your Instagram. I'll just go off quickly. So niche, like your audience will define your niche pretty much. That's who's going to define your niche, not necessarily you. So like, are they responding to what you're kind of posting and developing that? Your username, make sure, and this is like how to like do your account. Just really clear, just pretty much your name or what you do pretty much, not like _742969. Like nobody's going to follow that. They're going to think it's a bot. Your profile picture, it's either like a clear picture of your face or like very clickbaity. So maybe we play around with clickbait as well. So, and his example was like he's just like on a bridge or something. Like I don't know. I have some stupid old photos of me like doing like the crane thing in a silhouette. Like maybe that's like really clickbaity. Like I'm gonna fall off a bridge or something like that. You know, like something like because I was doing something dumb. Okay, your bio. So if you think about your bio, and this is really important because this is one of the first things people see when they go into your account. This is to get a high following now. Does it say the 5 W's, like who you are pretty much, like why would they follow you? So they would be like CPA to retired millionaire, or whatever, you know. So,
it's like similar to that one sentence story or whatever.
exactly. So it's, yeah, there's a different producer now of this stuff, but exactly right. That, and like, what would you do? Like I give out free real estate ebooks daily or something like that. You know, give them a bit of a reason why to like even follow you, because right now we have a following, but we're all kind of like relatively stuck at the same Southwestern Ontario types of bodies, but maybe hopefully this gets more. The pin stories, I don't know, has anyone ever done that yet? Like your
yeah, I've got a couple.
The
like highlights. Yeah.
So
Posto rec.
okay, so it's really interesting, and it gets into kind of some of this stuff too. You got to think of that almost like a value journey as well, where like they kind of log in, they see who you are, whatever, and they get all the way to the very, very, very end, and then you have like the call to action at the very end, sort of like make sure you. So like if they've gotten that far, it's gonna work for the most part, rather than like the ask right away in the pin stories. So, and there's ways I can show you guys how to like edit these covers and make them all good. Like you've seen like really sexy accounts that have it. I can show you how to do that.
And so I think just as an example, so calls to action on that value journey, you know, if you're not at the swipe up stage, it's probably then pushing them to your link tree, right?
Right.
Which is the equivalent of a swipe up.
Exactly. Yeah, just like make sure, okay, yeah, so you kind of mentioned it at one point on Facebook, but for your content, and we're failing on this a little bit when we just say quickly do YouTube thumbnails over to our Instagram. Instagram rewards more of a portrait mode rather than these like landscape modes, because if you think of our how the phone is, if your picture is like that, they're more likely to like it or something and then get better engagement than if it's a small portion like that going down their page. But if it's a larger picture, they have to scroll the larger picture longer. Okay, so you need that to grab attention. So like always think like that more than just loading up the, because YouTube's this way, so we load up our YouTube thumbnails on Instagram, it's bad. We need things that go this way.
And so I think one of our baby steps towards that is now Andrew's uploading the raw photos to a Dropbox folder so that we can all just access those raw photos for the thumbnails. So we can always go back and re-edit them just in like an online browser app like Kazap, right? Which is what we mainly use.
Okay. Okay, so your caption. We need, okay, remember, Instagram rewards engagement, right? So we need engaging things. So we need to leverage the question. So we do it a lot, like tag a friend, this kind of stuff, right? But an interesting one on there, they had controversial. And you'd be like in Vegas and be like, oh my God, Miami's amazing. And like, that's not Miami. So like, you can play around with that, you know, or something like, because people love to like tell the internet that you're wrong, but all that's doing is helping engage your thing. So
my favorite AC/DC song,
like,
fuck,
Yeah.
something like that, right? So just things to think about. More call to actions on there. Like you could like, for Vegas, comment by letter. You might have seen that sometimes on Instagram. So like VEGAS, and that's like 5 comments, and they get to win something, right? So, and then obviously ask them to like follow you. So things you could do is like guess this location. So like it literally could be like outside of Vegas, and make them say it sometimes rather than you just say like beautiful time in Interlaken, Switzerland. Maybe be like, you'll never guess where this was, or you know. And then what I would do then, it would be like top answer gets the free course or something like that, right? Which should hopefully,
Like what I do with Cuba, where it's like, guess where I am, leave clues, and try to get like a bunch of people commenting.
You gotta always go back to engagement, right? Not about just nice photo in a way. Yeah, first, shoutouts is something we don't do. And it's an easy free giveaway. It's not on any of our stuff, but we could give a free shoutout. Like, you know, if you leave a comment in your stories, you could be like, thank you, Gary, blah, 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 whatever, right?
And I think building upon that, there's also the opportunity to give out free code lives.
Yeah,
right, because that's free,
that's the
and
same thing,
and you're getting their audience's attention, right?
Yeah, that's
I've noticed that Evan Carmichael's doing it majorly now, so he does
just
2 a day.
exposes Evan Carmichael to Bill.
Right.
Bill's 20 people.
But like again, because Bill's only got 20 people, probably all 20 are going to see it, and they're all real, right?
I'm not sure if does Bill's audience see.
Yep.
Okay.
Because like I follow other people, and like when they are like it's like, oh, he's with so and so,
And they're
I'm
on
like,
the second code.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
this is something you could do. Like, go find a really high niched account, like that you're trying to like emulate it in a way, and like some of the comments. It can bring over some eyeballs to you. So if someone writes a really good Evan Carmichael comment, you could like it, and then they might go, oh, who is Matt McKeever? And then they go over to Matt McKeever. It's just like a easy way. Like,
especially if you had that clickbaity profile photo.
Yeah, and yeah, because that'll show up in their little.
Their likes.
Yeah. So just, yeah, before you go to bed, things like that you could always do. Don't look at your screen before bed though. Yeah, I think we should really look into the free shoutouts and free co-lives a lot more, because I have this here like tagging for it. If you tag a friend, free shoutout, this and that. Okay, something Matt and I love to do, but probably don't do it enough on Instagram, is reverse engineering viral content. Really looking at a few things, like top people's posts, why did they go viral, and then maybe my top 9 posts of October, right? And why were these good? Why were these bad? And literally using your Instagram now as like an after action report of like, were these posts good? No more of these. Like, for some reason I noticed on mine, it was all the good. I'll pull it up. It's really weird. It's almost as weird as Matt's data on LinkedIn. It was okay. So like all this, it was like white stuff for some reason, and then like green like grass did really well. I don't know, like all in the top stuff.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a color pattern of like success, and then like too busy was like lower, like in a way. Does that make any? I don't know.
And is that just from the last week?
That's
or
from
for
the last
whole year?
year actually. So, but
Like
like
the landscapes or like the.
yeah, so like anything.
What was that?
Oh, that's the Egypt
I was
one.
looking at it.
That was-
Yeah, the Egypt got. This is filtered on engagement at the moment. So the most
Just in your
engaged
insights?
are these. So if we go back to like the Ty Lopez's like
The
70% main story and 30% random. So like, and both these gurus said like always the viral content, like the random stuff's gonna go better than your post in a way because it's already gone viral on the internet. So we just kind of repurposed it a bit. But yeah. So yeah, just reverse engineering those things. You know, and Peter and I are in a DM group. They pretty much just said it's kind of like what that is a private chat on Instagram where when you post something, you tell them about it and they can go over and then they can like it. And you can have it really strict for timings, like every day at noon or something. But for the most part, it's an add-on. It's not gonna make you go viral or anything like that. Cool. You guys still with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, 2 more things. Okay, something we haven't tried, but like finding influencers. Well, we've been trying, but I mean, and if some of our influencers would help us, would be great. But you know, you go on Social Blade and Social Info, and like really like kind of like see like what they're actually, if they're real, because like you see 1 million followers and then 100 likes. It's just not a good ratio, really. And there's ways here to like, we'd probably get into this more, like messaging them to be like, can you post my content, pretty much, we'll pay you kind of things. And then all these negotiating things where well, a good point too was not just DM them. So when you guys are trying to get even just for Vegas, and you're like DMing, they might have an alternate thing, like an email in the bio as well, or you might find their email off-site. Because it's impossible sometimes. If you're not following, what happens is Instagram has the main inbox and like the secondary spammy inbox. And when they're an influencer, they're probably not in their secondary spammy inbox too much. So if you are messaging them, be like Vegas, like so like they can see the first line. So if you pull out your phones and just go to Instagram, and then like really good example. I'm trying to get him to come to.
So we should be jumping to him?
Yeah, go to him. Broke.
Everyone's spamming him right now.
One word. But like, so look at his posts.
Oh, man, I hate these accounts.
Okay, see how it's all white and then the picture's smaller and then he's got words above? He's making memes and stuff, but if you write down this website, canva.com, canva.com, apparently, so here's my horrible picture of a car, and then check out this college dropout, winky face, up here in like in a white, okay? But like, that's kind of the example we could probably do. Like, so like my camel picture is great, but imagine we wrote something engaging, because
Is
if
your
you,
real estate portfolio only growing this fast?
yeah, it's a hump day.
Oh yeah.
So, so what you do is you save those images and then you can bring it over to your Instagram. So we should definitely start playing around with this as well.
So yeah, with Canva too, you can pick what kind. Like,
Do you know this?
Yeah. So I use it all the time.
Okay.
Not
Take
all
over.
the time. But anyway, you can choose where you want it to go. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna create a YouTube
Thumbnail?
it knows the size, and then
Right,
you go in and do
That's
it.
fucking handy.
If you want to do Instagram, it does it. If you want to do story, so you can just click like, this is what I want to do, pick your theme, make it yourself.
That's handy.
Because what, again, for the class, what is that going to do to a post? It's going to engage somebody to do something with it, right? And that's the best for like if we're giving away something. I gave away Ryan Serhant's book, but if anyone was flipping by it, they just saw a book, a picture of a book, rather than like giveaway, make a giveaway, you know, or something. Because like that's how they're gonna click something on Instagram. So we really gotta like think about that on all our stuff.
So just kind of
Yeah.
putting a couple of these topics together.
Yeah.
What if we did like a meme giveaway where we like make your favorite Matt or Jeff meme, and like we give a prize for that, like because it might just get a bunch of people creating meme content for us.
Yeah, it would be pretty funny
Fucking
actually.
weird. Hit us with
That
your
actually
dankest
good.
memes.
Yeah.
Matt and Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what Jacob Owens is doing right now
Yeah,
with those
with the
video
video-
editing contests
yeah.
and stuff. It's like
get other people to do the work.
Yeah.
And then
Who wants to take on that job? Let's assign that right now.
You should just blast it on YouTube
yeah,
or
we
something.
probably
Yeah,
have
like a
Yeah, but
blast
like,
on YouTube
but
live.
it'll be nice to have, like, if someone actually put together some proper posts for us to like post, like some example memes, right? Like we should,
okay.
like, literally to get people engaged, right? But yeah, we can mention
We
it on
make
YouTube.
one, we post it, we say something like that.
Yeah, you should do a Matt. You should do a
Like
Matt one.
templates?
You
Yeah.
do a Jeff one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then-
like this is my entry into the Jeff's
Yeah.
meme competition or whatever.
Genius.
and then we'll need like a website for everyone to dump all
Or
the
just
memes to, or
Post on Facebook and tag Matt and
tag.
Jeff.
Okay.
Because like then that also is like getting us maybe some click throughs, right?
Or a hashtag or something, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we can start utilizing that. So then,
Give us your memes.
Yeah. Where's the
so shout out
that's
for
the post-it
shout
notes?
are good. We kind of do them like when you tag, you know. But yeah, more and more, just like tag each other all the time. Has anybody tagged everybody at this meeting already? A few times I've seen my phone buzz. But stuff like that.
You are all here, and the world knows it.
Okay, so you can use 30 hashtags on Instagram for a post. The one site we were on was saying like don't do as many because like, well, imagine you could do 1,000, then every spammer in the world would just spam, right? So Instagram won't push out 1,000. Then 30 is like kind of the limit, but they might not also, just like how YouTube engages a bit, like is it working? It might not push it all out. Now, what this guy says, and I haven't, there's paid options for this. If anybody finds a free option, let me know, to rank hashtags. So like obviously real estate is going to be this, right? But real estate, London, Ontario is probably a bit more down here, right? So that hashtag would be very hard because what, if you guys have seen on,
Well, Peter had a lot of success with high vibes, right?
yes, right? How do I get back to oh my God. Okay, this is the Explorer page, right?
Yeah.
And this is different for every single person's algorithm, pretty much, right? But if you want to be that person right there, then you have to kind of like produce like this kind of knowledge to get up there into this content. So it's not easy. Obviously, like these videos get a bigger square and stuff like that.
Who the fuck gets that video? Like,
So, but sometimes you see people like, oh, but like only because it's showing it to you.
yeah.
Okay. So
Omega,
he suggested 5 niched hashtags: real estate, realtor, blah blah blah. Not niched to something a bit broader, and this is the way we're gonna.
So that maybe be like money, house, like really broad, or like super broad, as in like Canada.
Yeah, I'd say something more like that, like Canada, Windsor, and then super broad, like dishwasher. I don't know, right? Like, so like it's we'd have to. This is the beauty is this is like it's a blueprint, but it's not, you know. So he also talked away in ladders. So again, if anybody could find a good site to like find ranked hashtags, so like ladders, you want these hashtags that are trending around the 50,000 to 100,000 type of amount of bodies, and then if those kind of took off, then it's going to push you into the 100,000 to 500,000 type amount of eyeballs on the hashtag. So that could be maybe not realtor yet, but like the 500,000 to 1 million might be realtor. And you don't want to like not do realtor, because if you hit on the non-broad ones, it might push you onto the Explorer page for realtor, potentially. Okay.
And that's like, yeah, if you get that jackpot.
Yes, so you don't want to like leave it out from a jackpot. But like celebrities don't put hashtags, but they get enough engagement that then they get onto the Explorer page. We aren't there yet, so. Does everybody remember Gary Vaynerchuk's $1.80 strategy? No? Okay.
10 cents per or something.
Yeah, so you just go to, say, realtor, search, and you search the tag, and here's realtor, and top posts. And then his thing was, if I remember, whatever amount of cents it would be, I guess, okay, you're supposed to do this 9 times, 10 times is $1.80. So it's leaving your 10 cents on every one of these comments and you leave a very good comment, thus getting eyeballs back over to you, and you're not just like, nice post, you just, I write things like, how's the market in Texas? And they're like, oh, so, you know, sales are up, and then that's engagement, like it's coming back to you like real. So like his strategy was then, she did realtor, he did the 9 top posts, you leave a comment in all 9, and then you go to another thing, you go to Windsor Real Estate, and then you leave a comment in Windsor Real Estate, and then you go, okay, I haven't done London. And think about who is your target audience now, like who am I trying to get? Okay, let's do London Real Estate. Let's do, I think about this a lot too. London Knights maybe, Windsor Spitfires. Like these are people that go to the games, you know, and they're gonna hashtag each other at the games, but then they might be like a geographical target for you, but maybe they're not a real estate purchaser, but at least, so you gotta think about what you're gonna go for. But then you're gonna, so if you just do like entrepreneur, you're gonna get the world, you know, so think about what you're trying to like target audience towards your account. Okay, okay, giveaways, we kind of got into with Ty, but you can do a mass giveaway, a niche giveaway, and we need to try this a lot more, is the giveaway loop, and like it doesn't have to be huge, but I'll talk about it in a bit. That's kind of like the follow Matt, the next step is follow Jeff, the next step is follow Peter, and then you get back to Matt, and then you're in the contest to win something, and that just gained us followers. People that are following Matt might not want to follow me, but that's okay. They'll eventually drop off because we don't want those people that don't want to follow me anyways. We want them to block me or unfollow me because then they're not engaging anyway. So it's okay. So these mass giveaways, give away an iPhone, you're gonna get grandma following you, but then she's eventually gonna purge you. That's fine. And hopefully you maybe hit the viral page and you found more people at one point. So if we were ever gonna do a major giveaway, we gotta really do the social blade and find these influencers to then, because we'd have a giveaway giving it away to say our 10,000 followers, but you need to find say 50,000 follower type people and 75, and then all of a sudden that becomes like over 125, pushing it towards your giveaway, and you might have to pay $100 or something like that for the guy to like post your post for a second, but then that exposes your giveaway to the audience, because just giving it away to your audience, it might just die at one point. We can get into it all later. It's like giving away trip to Barbados, follow this picture, stuff like that. Yeah, I thought like ebooks, like we already talked about shoutouts. If we were gonna do that, make sure we're in our stories that day so people know who we are, because they're all coming over to wonder who the hell you are. So you might want to have like a really that setup. I was thinking too, one thing we could do at the next social mediation was if we wanted to do a follower loop, like every person here could like give like $100, and whatever that looks like, and maybe we take, say, you want a good prize, but like let's say we take some as the host, like social media as a business. So they give $100, but we give away $250, or we give away $300 of the $200, but like we're the host, we kind of like organize it. So it's an option. And then what happens is they do the follow loop, and then they pretty much so if we're thinking you're spending $100 on Facebook ads, people are giving away $100 to get a lot of followers, similar to just doing a Facebook ad.
So they'd be paying to.
So let's say like
to get into the circle, kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like let's say, hey guys, I got 5 spots
But
for
it's those tickets. What do they call those fucking tickets? You buy them at random events, but like everybody buys.
50-50?
Yeah, 50-50. It's the same thing, but
yeah,
but you're achieving something.
like, and if maybe we got maybe it's not money you're giving away, because that's just kind of weird. But like if we gave away items and then they got in our follow loop as well. Maybe we go to businesses and we're like, can you get us like a free dinner and all that kind of stuff, and we're gonna give it away on our social media, and just ideas like that, or like Leaf tickets or something, or Knights tickets, or obviously like then they talk about like having like backup pages, like these viral pages, which is kind of like Real Estate Rat Pack, to shift people over, and then giving us like more shout outs. Like we're not really in the stories on that one, kind of like. I know it's a lot, but
I guess maybe should we start tagging Real Estate Rat Pack in a lot more of our stories, just so it's really easy to repost. like that way we could just always have stories going on in Real Estate Rat Pack. Like literally, if everyone in this room once a day tagged it, all of a sudden that's like 10 pieces of content on our feed.
So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna try to put that in a course. Like this is ever evolving. Hopefully I gave you guys more of an understanding of how the algorithm on Instagram's working.
I could see us, and this is probably like a big giveaway, but like if we gave away like a rig like this, and to like a Londoner or someone in southwestern Ontario, like we could get tons of people like
we just
tagging
gotta like
out their friends and
literally plan it like it's a day job, not a whim. Like
exactly.
You gotta really plan it.
It's like Russell Brunson with the ClickFunnels. It's like we're gonna do the seminar on Friday, and then literally Monday to Thursday is like promote for that live webinar. And that's how like this should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and all that's going to do is drive traffic to all our product, really. So.
Yeah. And in Digital Marketer, they talk about splicing content as well. So you can have that one piece of content, create your video, take your pieces like you guys are already doing, and then use those pieces. So say you're having an event at the end of the month. You're going to have bits of written content, your main video. So say you have a main blog post in your main video. Those are your main pieces, and it's all leading up to an event. Then you take your like quotable items from your blog post and some clips of your video, and you're going to interchange them throughout the month, all leading up, like funneling towards that event, like getting them to get tickets. So then you're taking 1 or 2 pieces of content, and you've got hundreds. Get it everywhere.
We're going to have tons of A/B testing opportunities for the events next year. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Awesome.
Any questions on that, or everybody got 10,000 followers now?
I've got 0.
Yeah.